Hello, sports fans. Welcome to another edition of VetsPlusSports.com. This is your host, Terrell Cool Beans Davis, along with my co-host, Mr. James Miller.
Hello, everyone. How y'all doing this Sunday night? Hope y'all doing well. And before we get started in this episode, I want to do a shout out to our Cool Beans. A happy birthday.
Hold on, I screwed this up. I meant to do this too. Let's
There it
go
is.
ahead
There
because
we go.
I saved it.
Happy birthday, Cool Beans.
Thank you.
What's the coincidence that back-to-back weekends?
I know. It's like we
It's
got a
like,
week between us.
yeah. So happy birthday to Cool Beans. Hope you had a good day today, which I know you did because your boys won.
Yep.
So
The sad part is I didn't get to watch it because I normally it's one of those. If I watch it, they lose, so I cut off the TV. Next thing you know, because I'm watching the Cleveland game and the score comes up. Next thing it says 21-21. I said, wait a minute, hold up.
Well, I watched the whole game. I sit there and watched it. Me and my little boy, he was on my lap watching it. But we'll go ahead and get started before we get into football because we usually say that for our last half hour of the show or whenever we get done with the other scores. But
I got some funny stuff.
All right, I'll go ahead and jump in some hockey scores right now.
Cool beans.
I ain't going to run down those standings tonight. I'll just go over some scores. And just go with it. Right now in the third period in Chicago, you got the Blackhawks and Avalanche going at it. There's 15 minutes left in the third period. Avalanche up 1-0. Second period with 16 minutes left, you got the Sharks up on the Bruins 1-0. Just starting out, you got the Canucks and the Flames are just starting to play right now, and then these next ones are some finals. The Sabres beat the Hurricanes, and that's a good win there, 4-1. The Wild beat the Jets 3-0, and the Islanders beat the Kraken 1-0. That was all we had today with hockey. So, let's see. I don't think we got any news going on right now. In hockey. All right, not really, not a whole lot. So, well, you got anything on women's NBA?
Yes, that's what I was waiting for. I was waiting for we can get to it. All righty, looks like there will be a lockout. I'm calling it right now because here's the latest thing. They presented the women with this. All right, league minimum will now be 250,000. So league minimum, everybody will at least make what the top is making now, because the top, like I said, Kelsey Mitchell's the top paid on her team at 250,000. That'll be the league minimum. The max is $1.1 million. Is that they can have the star player will make $1.1 million, and they shot it down.
They idiots. I'm just gonna say it. They idiots.
I don't think they're gonna get any better than that. I'm like, the money was there. They're not gonna get any better
Here's
than
the
that.
thing. All right, you go with that. You roll with it. You start getting your fan base built up. You start getting money rolling in, more money. Then you go to the table again whenever they go back.
Yeah.
But you make it, instead of doing it like, all right, we will do that. Instead of going back to the table 10 years from now, you go back to the table, say 4 years from now or 5.
Yep. But here's the thing. This is what's shooting everything in the foot. This is what I predicted myself. I didn't get this from anywhere, so I could totally be wrong. But it's like 1.1 million is your top player, right? Unrival's not paying that. They're not getting that overseas in Europe. They're looking at this new Saudi league, which is called Project B. And I was mistaken. I thought they would have to go over to play in Saudi Arabia. It's a Saudi-backed league, but they're still playing over here.
Mm-hmm.
They're gonna be playing in, cities over here. So I guess to them, it's gonna be a win-win. You get to stay here and you make a lot of money. But here's the thing: we call it Project B. Here's the thing: if you take unrivaled numbers, because you're gonna look at Project B is gonna probably start off like Unrivaled did. Unrivaled barely made money. I actually want to say they came up a little bit short. They didn't make a profit.
Mm-hmm.
Project B, I don't think we'll make. They might not because Caitlin already said no. I think she was more ready so to see what the WNBA is going to do.
Yeah.
So that was her no. Angel Reese told Unrivaled no, but she's looking to go probably in that Project B. I don't know if she's in there just yet. But they got Aneka Agumike, the center for the Seattle Storm. She went. They offered her $2 million. She took that money. Um, Alyssa Thomas is not going to play in Unrivaled because she's in Project B. They gave her some money, and it was one more that they got. I don't think it was Aja Wilson. It might be Aja Wilson. I can't, but they got 3 big names out of the WNBA, and they're all Project B. Now, Lexi Hull is still unrivaled as far as I know.
Oh, so this is during the off season. This season here.
B will play during the off season also. It's not going to play
Okay.
during the same time the W is supposed to play.
Gotcha.
In fact, the way they got it scheduled, Unrivaled and Project B was supposed to overlap. Unrivaled will start, and then when Unrivaled is about to finish, Project B would be starting, and Project B will go until right about before the WNBA gets ready to start.
Okay, where's this Project B getting all their players from?
So far, they're what is the word I want to do? They're snagging folks from the W.
So it's just basically the majority from the WNBA
Mm-hmm.
playing Project B, or you're going to do
Right. They're
Unrivaled.
also going to take some college players.
Um, I can see Unrivaled folding.
Oh, I can see Unrivaled folding, and that's the
Um,
thing. I think because Nafisa Collier and Brianna Stewart, the ones who started Unrivaled, are also on that board for the to approve that money that they came in from the. So I think they had every intention to shoot it down, regardless of whether they offer them good money or not, because they want their Unrivaled league to still be around.
yeah. I don't know. I think they're. I don't know. it uh, it's a mess. That's all I'm going to say. It's a mess.
Somebody called the other day. Somebody told it was just funny. This was more so the NBA. Somebody told Draymond Green he played like Angel Reese. I was laughing. I was like, "Oh, this is wrong. I don't even know which part is the wrong one. Comparing Draymond to Angel Reese or comparing Angel Reese to Draymond. I don't know which. What it was just wrong, but it was funny. I just had to say because it was
I,
funny. I
I,
laughed
I
my tail
seen
off.
I seen a comment Perkins made. ESPN analyst, which I like Perkins. I mean, he's got some good views and stuff and everything else. But this one comment, I think it was him that made it. I was just sitting there scratching my head. I'm like, dude, did you really just say that? And he said in 5 to 6 years, Angel Reese would be as big as MJ. I
No.
was, and I'm like, which I didn't back that up to see if he actually said that. And seeing that's why I'm going back to AI. I hate AI. AI
If she
creates
played
stuff.
her cards right, which she doesn't have the mentality or the attitude to do it, if she played her cards right, she'd have been as big as Magic because Caitlyn would have been the bird and she would have been the Magic.
Mm-hmm.
But For them, either one of them, not Caitlyn ain't even gonna hit Jordan status.
No, not even Wilson. I don't think
Nope.
so. I
Wilson, I
mean,
think she'd be a lot closer than
yeah,
the two of them, but
she could
no.
probably be closer to Kobe.
Yeah. In fact, I don't know. Aja Wilson, I would say that she is going to be her own individual. And the
Hmm.
reason why I say that, because she got 4 straight MVPs. I don't think nobody in the NBA has done 4 straight. I don't know. Jordan would come close, but I don't think he got 4 straight MVPs. Tim Duncan, I don't think he did.
I know he got what back to back, at least 3. Jordan did. I think those the years he won the championship.
Yeah, and then he
I
got that
think
retirement where he sat out. And then when the second came back the second time for, even though they won them 3 titles, I don't think he was MVP those 3 years. But to me, Aja's gonna be her own. She's got 3 championships. Uh don't think she has any championship losses. Yeah, Aja's gonna be her own.
yeah. He only won. He won back to back 2 times, and he won 3 in a row from '96 to '98. Jordan did.
Okay.
But I mean, you got to look. You got to look at the competition he was going up against.
Yeah. He had a lot. You had Reggie Miller, Patrick Ewing,
Charles Barkley,
Charles Barkley, and then you got
um,
competition on your own team. You got Scottie Pippen.
and then you had what's his name? Shaq.
Yeah, Shaq
You had
came
Shaq
in.
during that time. Akeem Olajuwon. You had David Robinson. So I
Yep.
mean, look at all the competition. Which I don't know how close Carl Malone come to it or not. But
Yeah.
so I mean, there was a lot of competition.
John
And then,
Stockton.
early in Jordan's career, you had Bird, you had Magic. Um,
Yeah.
he had to compete with. So yeah, there was. I mean, um, and even into today, if you look at it today, it's just something hard to do. Even in today's easier NBA, and it's easier in the NBA today.
I know. The flopping league.
And it's just something hard to do. It's even hard to do in any sport to win it back to back.
Yeah.
Um, so I mean, it just hats off to her because she's got them 4 straight.
Yep.
Um, anything else with the women's NBA before I run down some scores in the NBA?
Yep. That's all I had in the W so far.
All right, right now in the fourth quarter in OKC, you've got they're winning. They're beating Trailblazers 117-85 with like 2:35 left in the fourth quarter. At halftime in Phoenix, you got the Spurs over the Suns 56-49. Lakers over the Jazz right now 62-55. The Heat over the 76ers 127-17. The Hawks beat the Hornets 113-110. Celtics over the Magic 138-129. The Cavs over the Clippers 120-105. Raptors over the Nets 119-109. And then, man, them Nets, sorry, ain't they?
Yep. They holding
I
up
mean,
the.
3-13. Um,
Well, they do good for their competition. They trying to compete with the Pelicans for that #1 pick next year.
all right, and some scores from last night. You had the Clippers beating the Hornets 131-116. Here we go with them scores again. Magic
Mm-hmm.
beating your Knicks 133-121. The Hawks over the Pelicans 115-98. The Bulls over the Wizards. The Wizards 1-15. Wow. Wizards got beat 121-120 by the Bulls.
Oh,
Uh,
dang.
the Pistons beat the Bucks 129-116. It was the Grizzlies over the Mavericks 102-96. The Kings over the Nuggets. Whoa. The Nuggets lost to the Kings 128 to 123.
Mm-mm.
But I mean, this year the Nuggets are 12-4. Remember, they had a slow start last year,
Right.
and that's hard to believe. I remember that like it was yesterday. Because if you remember, they was they was throwing the Nuggets under the bus. Oh, they're done. They're
Oh
washed
yeah,
up.
they were. I'm gonna go ahead and say I was on that bandwagon too. Oh yeah, they done. They ain't going nowhere.
So that's a rundown of the scores right now tonight. Well, from last night with the NBA.
Mhm.
Um, let's hit some standings here.
Here's my thing. The NBA, I used to be, I would say if you can score 110 points, you can win. But that ain't gonna be true in this league. Not
No,
this year. Not this year. All the
well,
140s and all that, 130 games.
which I ain't looked at none of it. I mean, it's more of a 3-point shooting league now,
Yeah.
um, than what it used to be. So, just kind of like what the NFL went to a passing league. It's pretty
Yeah,
much
true.
abandoned to
Because
run.
running backs are just pretty much
You know,
useless now.
70s all the way up to the late 90s. I mean, it was pretty much a balanced game, throwing and running, but it was
Yeah.
based off the run. You run
It's
the
like
ball
I'm gonna give
first
it to
and
you
then pass.
25 times and we're gonna see what you're gonna do.
And I played high school ball and stuff. Didn't play no college, but I was a slot. I was a receiver, played cornerback on defense. I like passing the ball. I ain't gonna lie. I was a receiver. I love catching the ball. I love a passing game. But you've got to have a running game to open up your passing game.
Yep.
So, but I'm gonna get here on this rundown here with we're getting off back to football there again once again.
Yeah, I know. It's just so easy to creep up in
All
there.
right. So you got in the Eastern Conference, you got the Pistons leading Detroit. Wow, 14-2. You got the Toronto Raptors at 12-5. The Cleveland Cavaliers at 12-6. The Heat at 11-6. The Hawks at 11-7, and your Knicks are at sixth place at 9-6.
Wow, they fell. They fell bad because just last week when we was talking, they
That was
was in
like
the second.
third
Yeah,
or something like that, second or third.
up second, up in that second spot.
And then the Bulls, 76ers, Magics, and Celtics round up the top 10. Over in the Western Conference, OKC 16-1. The Nuggets 12-4, Lakers 11-4, San Antonio Spurs 11-4, the Houston Rockets 10-4, and then Phoenix Suns 10-6, Timberwolves 10-6, Golden State 9-9, Portland 7-9, and the Grizzlies 6-11.
Mm.
That's the rundown
Grizzlies
of
doing bad.
the top 10 in the Western Conference Finals. I mean Western Conference. I said Finals.
Right, right.
Let's see here. Let's do this a little bit. Run to some college basketball. Uh, well, my Mountaineers started out 5-0. They've dropped their last two games. They dropped Friday night against Clemson, lost it in the last seconds, 70-67, and then today they lost to Xavier by 10 points, 68-78. Um, and then you had a final today, which you got tournaments going on. You had the Shriners Children's Charleston Classic. That's the one West Virginia was playing into. You had Tulane beating Boston College 93-90. Um, right now, Akron is playing Evansville. They're up 57-43 with just the start of the second half. Clemson beat Georgia 97-94 in overtime. UConn over Bryant 72-49. Duke over Howard 93-56. Marshall beat Mercyhurst 69-60. North Dakota over Western Illinois 78-69. That's a rundown of some scores from the day. And I might as well just go ahead and let's see here. Go run down the rankings right now. This is your AP top 25. I ain't worried about the coaches poll.
Mhm.
Number one, you got Purdue. Number two is Houston. At number three is UConn. Number four is Arizona. Duke at 5. Louisville at 6, Michigan at 7, Illinois at 8, BYU at 9, Florida at 10, Bama at 11, Kentucky at 12, Gonzaga 13, St. John's 14, Texas Tech 15, Iowa State 16. I love seeing these Big 12 teams up here. Michigan 17, North Carolina 18, UCLA 19, Tennessee's at 20, Arkansas 21, Auburn 22, Wisconsin 23, Kansas 24, and NC State rounded out at 25. Um, I will say this: the Big 12 is a basketball conference.
Yeah,
You can say the ACC is a football conference, and I don't know if you could kind of straddle the fence with the Big Ten with basketball and football. I'd say
right,
it's probably more football, but because you got Ohio State, Michigan, and Penn State, and
right.
you got some of the big hitters. You got the Ducks are in there now, so
Yeah, we gotta have to talk about that in just the next segment because me and John Moore was he brought something to my attention, and I was gonna ask you when we came on the show about it's in college football, and I was like, I haven't really paid attention to that, and I'm gonna see if you agree. But I think John Moore found something.
I don't know if it's the same thing I seen, but we'll get through it. I guess let's see. It's college. We might as well because we're gonna be rolling right into college football right now.
Right.
So
Well, the college playoffs is gonna be coming up. The first 12 is gonna make it. The first four got the buys, and then it'll be number 5 through 12 that's gonna open up the college playoffs.
yeah, first round. Yeah,
Yep. He is saying, and I've been paying attention to it, the ACC is not well represented. The ACC might only have one team
yeah. Well,
that'll get in.
They're looking at. Let me hear. Let me go to the ACC right here. Um, let's see here. Scores. Let's just go to scores, and then I'll go to ACC that way.
Okay.
And I'm gonna give you a rundown of the ACC, which the ACC they're talking about 6 teams coming in from the SEC into the college playoffs.
Yep.
6.
That's what he was talking about, yo. It's
Um,
like the ACC is not going to be well represented. They might get one in.
okay. Well, crap. I'm trying to. I need to go to standings. See if we can get. There we go. Standings. All right. Let me get to the ACC. I'm gonna do this rundown with you. See, there's a reason why Clemson and Florida State wanted to leave the ACC, and here's where we're at. Okay. Clemson was supposed to be your big dog.
Mm-hmm.
They always keep looking for Florida State to pop up there and be the big dog too, but they just can't. They can't live up to it. Okay, so at number one in the ACC right now, leading it is the Virginia Cavaliers. They're at 6-1. Okay, Pittsburgh number two. They're second at 6-1. SMU 3 at 6-1. So you got a three-way tie right now at the top.
Right.
You got Georgia Tech. They're 6-2. Miami at number 13. They're 5-2. Duke is 5-2. Wake Forest is 4-3, and then the rest start like Clemson Tigers and Louisville are both 4-4, and the rest are below 500.
Right. And see, Miami has to keep winning. Why Miami is at 13? They
My,
gotta hope that somebody in their top 10
well,
lost
here's the
today so they
thing:
can move up.
Miami ain't gonna make it because let me tell you why. They ain't gonna be playing for the ACC championship. They're 5-2. So you got right now, as of right now, if they would play the ACC championship, it would be the Virginia Cavaliers and the Pittsburgh Panthers, in which Pittsburgh would probably win that ball game,
Right.
and they're going to get the automatic bid. All right, so that's where the ACC is only going to get one. And to me, I think let's go to the Big 12. That's where the Mountaineers are. We're in the Big 12. I'll run down this. Now, to me, I could be wrong. I only see one coming from the Big 12. I know they're going to throw up. There's a bunch. Right now, you got Texas Tech leading it at 7-1. BYU is second at they're 7-1. Both of them have got a 10-1 record. Texas Tech has beat BYU. Utah's at 6-2. Arizona State at 6-2 in the conference. Utah is 9-2. Arizona State is 8-3. Utah is not making the playoffs. They're not going to make it. So they could probably take 2 out of the Big 12.
Mm-hmm.
Just say, all right, let's look at we only got one more game left. So let's see who BYU plays next week.
Okay.
Let's see who they round out with. UCF.
Oh,
UCF has got to go to BYU, so they're going to Utah. BYU will win that game.
BYU's gonna win that.
All right, and here's a little tricker for Texas Tech. Do you remember this? Where's Texas Tech going?
Texas Tech going to the Mountaineers.
They're going to Morgantown.
Yep.
Okay. I'm going to tell you this. Texas Tech has a tougher test right now than BYU does.
Oh yeah.
Because
they're on upset watch.
Yeah, you could put that upset watch. Even though Texas Tech should easily win this ball game by paper, by the eye test, should easily win this ball game.
Yeah, but I'm gonna speak for all Texans on this. Texans ain't gonna play good in no cold.
Well, here's the thing. That those of y'all that's outside of West Virginia and don't know, Morgantown, if the fans are there, it's loud.
It's loud. Yep.
Okay, it's a holiday weekend.
Yep.
So hopefully, I was going to try to plan to go, but I decided to get some tickets to a basketball game, a West Virginia basketball game.
And you did good because you know why? You will be indoors, and from what I'm hearing, it is supposed to be that weekend, Thanksgiving weekend here in West Virginia. Well, I don't know what it's going to be up in Morgantown, but here, 20 degrees.
And we're supposed to get accumulation of snow. So
yeah,
Morgantown's up north, so you know they're going to get hit too. So Texas Tech is going to be playing in some snow.
Yes. And them Texas boys, I said I can speak for them. They ain't gonna play good in no snow.
So it could be an upset alert for, and here's why. You know what? I bleed blue and gold. But I'd hate to see Texas Tech lose for this reason. Because if Utah wins, that may put the Utes into the, depending on how that all falls.
Yeah.
Let me see if let's see if Texas Tech has beat Utah. I don't know if they played them. I think they did.
I don't think they played. I think Utah played TCU.
No, they so Texas Tech has not played Utah. All right. Yeah. I'm telling you wrong. Yeah. Here's the Utes. They played Texas Tech back in week 4. Week 4. Texas Tech beat them 34-10. So Texas Tech would hold the tiebreaker. And Utah's going to Kansas, which they're going to win that.
Mm-hmm.
So you could look at the upset alert, but it don't matter. All it would do is it would flip BYU being the number 1 seed and Texas being the number 2 seed, Texas Tech being the number 2 seed in the Big 12.
Okay.
So it ain't going to the Texas Tech should still be fine if there would be somewhat of an upset in Morgantown this coming weekend. But let me tell you once again, those that are listening and you don't follow the Mountaineers and don't know the Mountaineers, don't pay attention to their record because they usually play ranked teams pretty good for at least first half.
Right. And
They
plus, this divisional game anyway. That's just like, yeah, everybody was looking at. I'm getting ahead of myself, so I'm not gonna say it. No, just saying it's divisional game. Usually, divisional games, you can throw that record out the window, and they play totally different.
all right. Let's see. I'm gonna try to see what we got going here if it'll show up. Okay, here we go. Right now, as of right now, your top 4 seeds in the playoff as of right now. You got number 1 is Ohio State. Number 2 is Indiana Hoosiers. Number 3 is Texas A&M, and number 4 is Alabama.
Yep.
All right, you've got a big game this coming weekend in Ann Arbor. You've got the Buckeyes in Michigan playing.
Yep.
Michigan has won the last 4.
Michigan's ranked 18th now too. And
I
it's
don't
like,
think Michigan. I don't think Michigan's going to win this one, but you never know. It's a rival.
yep.
That could shake up stuff a little bit
Mhm.
because here's the thing though. Now supposedly, those that win the your divisional championship is supposed to get an automatic bid to the playoffs. Okay,
Okay.
so let me go back. Here, well, I'll go back because I'm going to mention Ohio State. I'm going to see what the standings are when it comes to the Big Ten, because this
Okay.
could play different things. But let me run it. All right, the first round matches as of right now, those 4 teams, they get a bye as of right now. You got, man, this would be a matchup here. Number 9, Oregon Ducks versus number 8, Texas Tech Raiders as of right now.
Ooh.
The winner would play number 1, Ohio State. Now, to me, I've just seen Texas Tech play. I ain't got to watch all of Oregon. Texas Tech could upset Ohio State if they play their game because they got a
Yeah.
good defense. Then you got number 12 Memphis Tigers playing Georgia Bulldogs. That'll be a blowout. That ain't gonna be a game. And then you got the Virginia Cavaliers playing Ole Miss Rebels. That's Lane Kiffin down there at Ole Miss.
Yeah.
That could be a decent game. And then number 10, Notre Dame fighting Irish playing number 7, BYU. So they got 2 Big 12 teams going in it. I don't think BYU can beat Notre Dame.
Nah,
I wish they.
I would go with the hunchback on that one.
So let me go back to the standings, and then I'll run down some scores and our picks from this past weekend. Big Ten. All right, here's a Big Ten conference. You ready for this?
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know why they got Indiana ahead of Ohio State in that division. They're both undefeated. Ohio State's number 1, Indiana's number 2. But then you got the Ducks sitting at 3 at 7-1. The Michigan Wolverines at 7-1. So right now they've only got 3 teams coming out of the Big Ten right now. 2 teams coming out of the
SEC, is that what?
the Big 12.
Big 12. Yeah, that's right. Because SEC gonna have 6.
I didn't see nobody from the ACC in it.
No, because the only one me and John Moore was talking about, we was thinking it's gonna be Miami because Miami's ranked 13th, and if somebody up in the upper 10 drops, Miami may move up. Miami has 2 games to try to weasel their way in there.
Yeah.
But that'd have been the only one from the ACC that we was talking about that would represent them. And that might not even happen.
See, here's the thing here. I think didn't Ohio State beat Oregon this year, right? Did they play them?
Yes, Ohio State did beat Oregon. Because remember, I was going for Oregon because
So just say this.
Ohio State went to Oregon.
Here's a kicker right here. All right, this could flip everything. Um, and I don't know how it's going to change the playoff. If Michigan would beat Ohio State, okay, Ohio State would be 8-1 in the conference. Michigan Wolverines would be 8-1 in the conference, which
Hmm.
holds a tiebreaker because they beat Ohio State.
Right.
Um, if the Ducks win, they go to 8-1. Ohio State holds the tiebreaker over the Ducks. So Ohio State would fall to 3 in the division. So this could shake, which I don't know how it's going to shake up the playoffs, unless it just adds a fourth team from uh, the Big Ten and takes one from the SEC. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That could happen there because you ain't got one from the ACC. So that's what we got right there with your college picture. I'll go back to it real fast and run them teams. So here you go. Ohio State, Indiana, 1 and 2 seed, Big Ten. Your 3 and 4 seed, the SEC, Texas A&M, and Alabama. Go Aggies. Then all right, here's your remainder 8. You got the Ducks, Big Ten. Texas Tech is a Big 12. Memphis Tigers, I don't know where they're from.
I don't know
American,
either.
I think American, ain't they? All right, you're playing the Georgia Bulldogs, SEC. Virginia Cavaliers is from the ACC, so they do have Virginia in there.
Oh, I didn't think they were ranked.
Yeah, they're number 11. Virginia Cavaliers are number 11, playing number 6 Ole Miss. So Virginia's got to win this weekend, and Virginia would have to win their ACC championship. If Virginia loses, they're going to be out of the playoffs. And Notre Dame's number 10 playing BYU. So that is the rundown of what the playoff system looks like right now. And it's in the works to move it to a 16 team. We'll see what happens with that. All right, rundown from this past weekend. You had Ohio State beating Rutgers 42-9. Texas A&M over Sanford 48-0. Georgia over Charlotte 35-3. You had Oregon beating USC 42-27. Oklahoma over Mizzou 17-6. Notre Dame over Syracuse 70-7. Alabama over Eastern Illinois 56-0. BYU beat Cincinnati 26-14. You got that win over me on our picks.
Yep. I remember I was like, I picked BYU.
And then and this is why to me I don't think Utah Utes they should not make the playoffs. They barely beat the K-State 51-47. Miami beat Virginia Tech 34-17. Kentucky got beat by Vandy 45-17. Pittsburgh beat Georgia Tech 42-28. Texas Tech over Arkansas 52-37. Michigan beat Maryland 45-20. Vols over Florida Gators 31-11. Wisconsin beat Illinois 27-10. TCU over Houston 17-14. Tulane over Temple 37-13. Arizona State over Colorado 42-17. I want to mention something about Houston. They just cracked the top 20 again, I think, but then they lost again. And I know we talked about it a couple weeks ago. West Virginia went to Houston 3 or 4 weeks ago. Beat Houston when they was ranked what? They was in the top 10, wasn't they? Top 7. I think they was ranked 7th. If I'm not mistaken. Yeah, they was up there high, pretty high.
Oh, okay.
So they were lucky. Now, according to the stats, that they had like 30, 40,000 people there. I don't know. Or 20,000. There's no way they had 20,000 people in that stadium. They may have sold 20,000 tickets.
Tickets, right?
but they didn't have that. But anyway, I see people comment on the Big 12 SmackDown page on Facebook talking about, well, people from Houston. They say, well, there's too much stuff here to do. Or if you realized how bad of an area that's in, you don't want to deal with all the people begging and all the druggies and all the crime that's going on. So we just stay home and watch it from the house. Well, here's my thing. And I'll say it again. If they was on the bubble watch of making the playoffs, you're not going to get into the playoffs if you have no fan base.
Right.
They're going to look at that. Well, they can't even fill their stadium.
That's true. But I'm just like, it's kind of hard for me to see that because you got to think Houston is a city of 4 million people. You got a stadium that holds 20,000 people. And it's like, yeah, you still got the bums and all the other stuff that you don't want to be bothered with and everything. But at the same time, this is something, it's an entertainment that you can do in Houston and not really get in trouble.
And here's what I commented on that page. I said something about it. I said it was ridiculous because, like you said, Houston's got like a population of 4 million.
Mm-hmm.
What's our population in our state? Like 1.6, 1.7 million in the
Yeah,
state of West Virginia.
it's just under 2 million.
Just under 2 million. The population of Morgantown is 20,000 people in Morgantown. And we fill that stadium at 65,000.
Yeah.
All right. So to me, it's pretty sad. Yes, I know there's more stuff to do there in Houston. Um, the baseball stadium sold out.
Mm-hmm.
All right, during the playoffs when they had their run. So, and I don't know how far difference from the college campus or stadium that is to that, but
Right.
they just saying that the football stadium is in a bad part of Houston. So I don't know. I can't comment on that. But that's still, I mean, it's hard for me to believe. All right, where's the Texans play at?
Texans, they play it's not Reliant Stadium because they destroyed Reliant Stadium to build their new Houston has a new one, but they play pretty much right around in the same place where Astro World and all that was. And dang,
Well, what I'm
I
trying to
want
get
to say
at
it's the north side of Houston. I can't remember.
but what I'm just trying to get at is there's no reason why you got them ranked. There's no reason why you shouldn't have 30 to 40,000 in that stadium easy. Easy.
I don't know why they don't share that stadium. It's just like, especially when they're ranked. If you're ranked up in the top 10, I don't know why. Like I said, I don't know what the Texans' new stadium's called, but I don't know why they don't use that stadium. They would
Yeah,
have sold those tickets.
they wouldn't have filled Houston Texans Stadium. That's a big stadium,
Yeah, it's a big stadium. I
but
don't think they would have filled it, but they'd
they
have
wouldn't have filled
sold.
it.
They would have
But
sold a good bit of tickets, though.
um, yeah, they could have. I mean, so it just don't make sense to me. Yeah, I ain't from that area, but I mean, if a little state like this, we can fill Mountaineer Stadium with nowhere near the population of just one city. You're not talking about the state. You're talking about one city, 4
Right.
million people. And it's twice the amount that lives in the state of West Virginia in one city.
Yep.
And you can't get 10, 15,000 people in a stadium. To me, it's just sad. I mean, all right, our picks. You got me by one. You always get me by 1 or 2 in college. You went 13-5. I went 12-6.
I don't get it. It's like because I don't really watch college, but how am I up in it? It's like my fantasy football. The computer draft is doing great, but the ones I drafted are doing horrible.
You're like the Browns. You can't draft. You can't draft. That's what it is. All right, we'll do a rundown of our picks. Marshall lost this past weekend to Appalachian State by 2 points. All right, you got Ole Miss playing Mississippi State. I'm going Ole Miss on this.
Yo, yeah, Ole Miss on going against Ole Miss.
And then Utah playing Kansas. I'm gonna go Utes.
I hate to do it. Uh, yeah, I'm gonna be a butthead. I'm going Kansas.
All right, and you'll probably win that. Every time you go opposite of me, you do good. All right, you got Georgia and Georgia Tech. I tell you what, I'm going
Georgia.
upset. I'm going to go Tech.
You gonna go tell? I'm going Georgia on this one. I'm playing it safe.
I got to try to gain some ground on you somewhere. Indiana's playing my automotive Purdue, but Indiana's going to
Indiana.
win. Um, Texas A&M is playing Texas. A&M's going to win that.
Yeah, Archie's not holding up to being what what I thought he was. I'm going A&M.
Um, Arizona is playing Arizona State. Did Arizona State win last week?
I thought they did.
Let's see here. I'm going to double check because they may not be, if they lost, they may not be in the top 25. That's the reason I'm
Yeah, I
saying
think they
that.
still ranked. I thought they. I swapping now. I seen a commercial said they was 20.
Oh, okay. They beat Colorado. Okay. So, all right, we'll pick that. They're playing Arizona and Arizona State. You know what? Both of them are 8-3. I'm going Arizona with the upset.
Yeah, I think I'm staying on state.
All right. Now, all them games there I just mentioned are all being played Friday, which is Black Friday.
Okay.
Um, slate of games starting at noon all the way to 9 o'clock. All right, and then starting Saturday, here you go. Number one Ohio State's going to Michigan, playing at the they're playing in Michigan. Ooh,
Yeah, they're playing in
ooh,
Michigan. Yeah.
big. And then so Ohio, I'm going to Ohio State.
I don't know. I think I'm gonna take them Wolverines because if they actually
Michigan.
come off with this win, Ohio gonna find themselves probably at being number
Well,
5.
this evening, Tom Brady said that Michigan was going to make it 5 in a row. Tom Brady said it.
Yeah, because Brady's the ex Wolverine.
All right. So I'm going to do this. Got Texas Tech and Morgantown. I bleed blue and gold. I'm going WVU, even though Tech's probably going to win it. Texas, I know is going to win this. I'm going WVU. I'm picking the Mountaineers.
Yeah, I'm going Tech.
All right.
If West
Miami's.
Virginia won those other 2 games, I'd be going for West Virginia. But I was like, nah, they already dropped it. West Virginia ain't got nothing to win for.
All right. Now here's a matchup. Number 13, Miami's going in Pittsburgh, playing Pitt. I'm going Pitt.
I'm gonna go Miami.
All right. Did Houston lose last? Yeah, they lost last week. Yeah, didn't they?
I swept it down. They did because they got back in the rankings, and I think they got knocked back out.
Yeah, they lost to TCU, so they will not be ranked. So I'm not going to pick that game. All right. BYU's playing UCF. I'm going BYU.
Oh yeah, BYU.
Oregon going to Washington. I'm going Ducks.
Oregon. Yep.
Oklahoma's playing LSU. I'm going Sooners.
Sooners. Yeah, I think I'm gonna take them Sooners too.
Vandy is going to Tennessee to play the Vols. I'm going to go
Vandy.
Vandy on this. Um, Mizzou is got beat, so they probably won't be in the top 25. So we ain't gonna pick that.
Okay.
USC lost. they should be in the top 25. They was 15th, so they're playing UCLA. I'm going USC.
Oh yeah, USC.
Number 19, Virginia is playing Virginia Tech. Virginia.
Virginia.
Oh, you seen who the new coach is for Virginia Tech, right?
Nah, who they got?
The guy that got fired from Penn State, Franklin.
Oh,
Yeah. Bama's playing Auburn. I'm gonna go Bama.
I like Auburn. Yeah, I'm gonna go Auburn. They might not win it, but I like Auburn.
That's usually always a good game. Illinois, well, they got beat, so they won't be ranked in the top 25. You got number 24 Tulane playing Charlotte. Tulane should win that.
Tulane versus Charlotte. Tulane.
Tulane's 9-2. They're an American. Then you got Notre Dame and Stanford. Um,
Hunchback.
yeah, Notre Dame. And let's see if I can't hit this right like I did last time. Let me go to the rankings and let's see who's on just on the outside. It's going to be probably in the top 25. And let's see if we can't pick up those two. It's going to drop out of the top 25. All right. See, I don't know why this don't update. Well, I mean, okay. All right. Well, it's not updated on the. When you go to the scores, it's not updated there, but
Right.
it is here. So, um, here's a school that jumped up. Holy cow! Two of them.
Hmm.
All right. You ready for this?
Okay.
You got James Madison. They're number 20th.
Wow, James Madison. Okay.
North Texas is number 21,
Okay.
which we just picked. Pittsburgh got ranked at 24, which we just picked. We picked that game.
Yeah.
And then SMU. So there's the other three games we got to pick.
Yeah. SMU Dallas School.
So let me see. What SMU is in what conference?
I think they SMU is ACC.
That's right. That's right. So we got the ACC. I wonder where North Texas is at.
Yeah, I don't know about that one.
All right, James Madison's going to be in Sun Belt. I
Yeah.
think they're in there with Marshall.
Marshall them. Yep.
So let's go back to scores. Let's go back to week 14. Trying to get this. We're getting close on an hour, and we still got the NFL to talk about.
Yep. We show. Yeah.
Uh, Sun Belt. There we go. All right, Marshall's playing Georgia Southern. I'm gonna go Marshall.
Georgia Southern. Yeah, I'm gonna go Marshall.
All right. All right, James Madison is playing Coastal Carolina. I'm gonna go James Madison.
Madison on that one. But I've heard of Coastal Carolina.
Oh
And they,
yeah,
I think Marshall. We did a game where Marshall played Coastal
yeah, they
Carolina.
did. All right, so North Texas is what are they in?
Could it be the SCC? I don't know. Or North
No,
Texas. It seems like a smaller school. Wouldn't it be
it's gonna be.
Sunbelt?
I'll
Might
check.
be
I just left
Division
Sun
Two.
Belt. I just left Sun Belt, so I'll see where it's at.
Okay.
All right, SMU is playing California. I'm gonna go SMU on that.
Yeah, SMU on that one.
And then North Texas. I'm gonna check. I'll go back to Sun Belt. I don't think they're in the Sun Belt. They could be the MAC or the Mountain West. See what the MAC is. No, it's not the MAC. About Mountain West. Nope. No Mountain West.
Hmm.
If anybody's on here watching this, comment on
Yeah,
there and tell us where it's at.
exactly.
How about the Big Sky? There ain't nobody in the Big Sky. There are no games, it says. Okay. Conference USA, maybe?
Maybe so.
Well, Sam Houston's in there, so. Nope. SEC back Mountain. Maybe the American. There they are. They're in the American.
Oh,
Okay, they're playing Temple. Well, North Texas is going to win that.
oh yeah, because Temple ain't been doing good, right?
No. All right. Well, there's our picks for that. All right, getting over to NFL. Right now, I'm holding a 1-game lead on you on the NFL. If the Bucks would win this tonight, we would be tied, and we would end up in time because we both had the 49ers. So, that was what we 13 on this. I'll run down some scores.
Surprising scores.
Oh dear Lord, man. 31-7.
Ooh, buddy. I
31
would have been watching it, but my phone went dead. So
31-7. They just started the third quarter.
mm-mm.
All right, here's some scores. The Patriots beat the Bengals 26-20 today. My Chiefs beat the Colts 23-20. The Chiefs' defense is pretty good. And I was telling my buddy, you're talking about fantasy football and everything. My buddy, he's got like Jonathan Taylor in majority of his leagues.
Uh-huh.
He said, I need him to score 30 or 40 points in fantasy. I said, well, he ain't going to get that. I said, he's going to get probably around 10 to 12 points is all. Well, he got less than that. He got 8 fantasy points.
Yep.
The Chiefs shut him down. The Chiefs has
The
shut
Chiefs
down
have shut down a lot of running backs this year.
Barkley,
Uh-huh.
Henry,
Uh-huh.
now Jonathan Taylor.
Uh-huh.
I know I'm missing somebody else. They've shut down every top back in the NFL.
Yep.
If you're going to beat the Chiefs, you're going to have to throw on them.
Cook from Buffalo. He didn't do good on them.
And I'm going
James
to
Cook.
let me no, he didn't either. Let me run down that's it. That was the other one I was trying to think. James Cook. I'm gonna come back to this the Chiefs and stuff. Let me run down these the scores. You had the Browns beating the Raiders 24-10. And if the Browns want to win, they will play Sanders. I'm going to say this again.
Yes.
If the Browns want to win, they will play Sanders. If they bench him, that means they don't want to win. Did you see the arm on him when he was rolling out to his right? He threw all the way downfield.
Yeah.
This is what I was saying from the beginning. The guy's got an arm on him. Swallow your ego, swallow your pride because you don't like his daddy or you don't like his talk or arrogance that y'all claiming.
His attitude, the cockiness. You don't like it.
Dion had that when he played on the field.
Yes, he did.
And he backed it up.
Yep.
So I was waiting. Well, yeah, they're playing the Raiders, but this was his first start. He should have looked like this. He should have looked pretty good.
Yeah, he looked better than last week. He looked a lot better today than last week.
All right, and then right now you got the game going on right now. The Rams are up on the Bucks 31-7. How about those Bears? They are 8-3, leading the division. The They beat the Steelers 31-28. The Lions are in third place in that division. The Packers are in second. This coming week, you got the Packers and the Lions playing each other.
Yep, I'm hoping to go Lions. I'm not with the pack in that mug.
Well, the Lions barely beat the Giants today, 34-27. Let me tell you this. If you look at the Giants, they're 2-10. I'd say, and out of 10 of those losses, 7 of them, they was in each of those ball games.
Yeah. Okay.
They've lost so many close games
Yep.
that they should have won. 2 games, one of the games they beat the Chargers.
Yeah.
One of those wins.
The Giants could easily have been winning this league. They could have been leading this division.
They could have. And if I'm not mistaken, they played the Eagles tough too, didn't they?
Yeah.
So you had the Packers beating the Vikings 23-6. Seahawks barely beat the Titans 30-24. Ravens over the Jets 23-10. The Ravens lead that division now.
Yeah. Oh, that's surprising. I was like, wow.
The Jaguars barely beat the Cardinals 27-24, and I needed those Jags to lose.
I did too because I picked against them.
Well, I needed that to lose because that they would have went 6-5. The Chiefs are 6-5. The Eagles got beat by the boys. I messaged you. It was 21-0. I said this ball game is over. Boy, was I wrong. You quit watching it.
Yep.
Well, the boys come back to beat them because of turnovers from the Eagles. And here's the thing: the Eagles' offense is horrible. It's horrible. Their defense is what's winning their ball games.
Yep.
So, and here's the big game this coming Thursday. Your boys got to keep winning, and my Chiefs got to keep winning.
But they play each other. I know.
I know. They're playing each other.
We always tie.
Think no, we can't have a tie. But I still think even if we lose one more and then win out, we could still make the playoffs. At 11-6, we can still make the playoffs.
Yeah, at 11-6, you can still make the playoffs. You should be. That's what's getting bad about the league. So many teams are getting so good that at 11-6, you might not get in.
That's it. All right, and then you had the Falcons beating the Saints 24-10. And then how about those Texans Thursday night beating the Bills 23-19? Let me tell you, I'm going to say it again. I've been saying this all year. The Bills are not going to the Super Bowl. Bills Mafia, if you're out there listening, y'all not going to the Super Bowl. This ain't your year. It ain't. Y'all ain't going to the Super Bowl. It's not going to happen.
They might be a wild card exit at this point.
I think they're going to be, depending on who they go up against. What if they pull Texans again? At Houston. Yeah, think about this.
Exactly.
Because right now, the Bills are 7-4. The Texans are 6-5. Texans, though, has got to go to Arrowhead after we play you all the week after. Mm-hmm. Houston goes to Arrowhead, which is going to be a tough game. That's going to be a low-scoring game because you got the battles of defenses.
Mm-hmm.
Texans has got a good defense. Chiefs got a good defense, so it'll be a low-scoring game. Now, what I was trying to get back to, this here. All right. Which, the Chiefs game, it started, which I got home from church. I went to bed, lay down for a few hours because it wasn't on TV here, local.
Mm-hmm.
I was listening to it on the radio coming home on XM radio. And they called back a touchdown on the Chiefs where Kelsey ran it up the middle and scored a touchdown. Now, I'm just going by what the announcer said. All right, where they threw a flag. Said one of the offensive linemen had a face mask. Well, when they watched the replay, there was no face mask. Okay? They said there was no face mask. He had his hand on the shoulder pad. There was no face mask. But they called it a face mask. And so it brought brought the 10-yard penalty or 15-yard penalty, brought them back, took the touchdown off, and they had to kick a field goal.
See, that kind of stuff need to be what you call
And
it.
here's what I'm going
That's
to
just a
say.
scoring play.
And here's what I'm going to say, because I listened to all the crybabies for the last 2 or 3 years, how the refs have cheated for the Chiefs and everything,
Mm-hmm.
and no, they hadn't. On them calls in years past, there was actually a penalty on them calls. It's just the thing is how they called it. You know, some of that stuff they was letting go earlier, and then they called it later in the game and stuff like that. It was actually a penalty. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
Well, this year there's a lot of stuff that's going on in the Chiefs that they're throwing flags that there's no penalty there, like that there.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
But then there's a lot of bonehead penalties that the Chiefs have committed. It's like personal fouls and stuff like that. That the and the 1-2 also at the Jags game, I think it was, or no, at the Jags game, it was one of the games the Chiefs were playing. Rasheed Rice, the ref was holding his hands up for the ball. Rasheed Rice went to toss it to him. Player comes in between them. He hits the guy in the head with the helmet, and they threw the flag. I mean, it's stuff like that, man. And he wasn't trying to hit the player with, and he even said it after the game. He said, I wasn't even trying to hit the player at the head. He said, I was trying to throw the ball to the ref. So there's just stuff that's going on. Some of the plays, it's making difference in the ball game.
Mm-hmm.
And Andy Reid's even commented a little bit about it here and there throughout the year. That's like there was a targeting call on the week before last. It should have been called on Travis Kelce at the end of the half.
Mm-hmm.
They tried to score a touchdown. It was helmet to helmet. They didn't throw it. I mean, it was on he was doing a slant across the middle in the end zone.
Right.
It hit him high. I mean, that should have been helmet to helmet.
Yep.
But it wasn't thrown. Just stuff like that. All right. And I hope they get rid of that tush push.
Oh yeah, they think it's gonna be gone.
Before I was on the fence with it. I'm like, But after this year, the Eagles are all like offsides almost every time, and they're not throwing a flag. So I hope it's done away with after next year and everything else. Now, if they button offsides, that's different. But I mean, they're
Right.
offsides.
I seen one where it was clearly a false start. Didn't call it.
Yeah. All right, here we go. We got a slate of games coming Thursday, Thanksgiving Day.
Yep.
Starting at 1:00, you got the Lions and the Packers. They're playing in Detroit. And you know what I'm going to do here? I'm going Pack.
I'm going Lions.
I don't think.
You know what?
I'm not big on either one of these teams.
I'm not either. But here's the thing. Only one home team win. Dallas and Detroit been doing it for like the last 10 years. Only one home team will win. So if the Lions win, then Dallas is screwed.
And then you got the Chiefs at the boys. I know who you're going with. I'm going with my Chiefs. You're going with the Cowboys.
Yep.
Me and him won't be friends that day. And then the night game, you've got the Ravens at the Bengals. I'm going Ravens.
I want Bengals.
I think Burrow may be playing. I mean, he's ready. He's about ready to go.
Right.
And then Friday night, here's a good game. Here's a big game. Friday afternoon, 3:00. The Bears are going to Philly, and I'm going with the Bears. Believe it or not.
Me too. Come on, Caleb. Make me proud. I'll take all them bad things I said about you back.
It's amazing what an offensive coordinator will do for a team, ain't it?
Oh, yeah. Sure will.
All right. He left. Who's it? What's his name? Ben? He left the Lions.
Ben Hodges left the Lions to go to
the Bears.
Bears.
The Lions are struggling and the Bears are winning.
Yep.
Um, all right. 1 o'clock Sunday, you got the 49ers going to Cleveland. I'm going 49ers.
I'm going Cleveland.
What's wrong with you?
I don't know. Cleveland made me feel like
Oh,
I'm
wait
a
a minute.
believer.
Wait a minute. I forgot. They got Sanders. Well, maybe.
Yeah, maybe.
Cleveland, they may do a bonehead play and be like, we're going back with Gabriel.
Yep, I can see them doing that. But not only that, it's that defense.
Cleveland's
I
got a
swear,
good
if
defense.
Cleveland had an offense, if Jerry Jones could orchestrate to where they could trade defenses with Cleveland, Jerry Jones would have had an awesome team.
Oh, he would. You got the Broncos going to the Commanders. I wish the Commanders could win this. They're not going to.
I don't know. Their second year has just been a failure year. I'm going Broncos.
Then you got the Jags going to Tennessee. You know what? Tennessee about pulled one off today.
Mm-hmm.
Tennessee
I,
going to get their second win. They're going to get their second win. Titans.
I have no trust in it. Jags.
Well, I don't trust the Jags.
I don't trust them either, but I think they're more capable.
All right, here we go. The Texans are going to play the Colts.
Colts. I don't think they're gonna lose twice in a row. Colts.
Man, that Texans defense tough. You're going Colts. I'm going to go Texans. I can't believe you went against Texas.
Well, it's because they what you call it. Yeah, that Texan defense is tough, but that offense has just not been there.
Let's see here. Here's your game. The Saints are going playing the Dolphins.
Oh my goodness, this is gonna be a boring game. I gotta go Dolphins on that one.
I'm going Dolphins. Falcons are playing the Jets.
Falcons, Jets. I mean, no. I mean Falcons.
I'm going Falcons. I was about to go Jets, but Cardinals are going to the Buccaneers. The Buccaneers ain't going to lose another one, so the Bucks will
Yeah,
win this.
Bucks ain't going 3 in a row. They just dropped 2 in a row. Even though they still playing and still have a chance to win, I doubt it. But
And see, and here's what he's talking about. You mentioned the Rams possibly making the playoffs. All right, they play the Niners tomorrow night. The Panthers. They're going to 40. They're going to San Francisco.
Mhm.
Panthers will lose that tomorrow.
Yeah.
Next week, the Rams go to Carolina to play the Panthers.
Oh, that's another loss for them.
That's another loss. They got a brutal stretch of schedule coming that they ain't gonna make the playoffs. So you got the Rams over the Panthers also, right?
Yep.
Seahawks are playing the Vikings. The Seahawks will win that.
I'm going Vikings again. I
You
cannot
can't.
believe it.
What's up with this Vikings bandwagon that you keep picking and they keep
I
losing?
secretly like the Vikings. I just don't like how they're doing the bone. I just think McCarthy is not ready.
All right, here we go. The Bills are going to Pittsburgh. I'm going Steelers.
This is real hard for me because I want to go Steelers so bad. I just don't think Buffalo's going to lose 2 in a row. I think they'll come back with a vengeance. Buffalo, I'm going Buffalo.
Did Aaron Rodgers play today? He didn't, did he?
He did not.
That's the reason they lost. All right. And then you got you got the Raiders going to the Chargers. I wish the Raiders could pull off an upset, but I don't think it's going to happen.
I don't think it's going to happen either. I got to go Chargers on this one.
And then you got the Giants going to the Patriots.
Patriots.
Patriots are going to win that.
Man, the Patriots have the number 1 seed in the AFC.
And I'm going to say this year for the in the NFL, I think it's wide open for anybody to go win the Super Bowl. I think your front runner with a small edge is going to be the Patriots, but it's a very small edge.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I think their defense is what's helping them here the last few weeks. The offense ain't looked the best either. Which I mean, they beat the Bills the week before last.
Right.
Um, or was it the week before last? Or when was it? Was
You and I are seeing different on this one. I say you say it's wide open for the NFL. I say the winner's going to be an AFC team. To me, the NFC still
well,
cannot hang with the AFC.
well, I mean,
AFC.
it's probably. I mean, the AFC is probably going to win the Super Bowl again, but it could be any team, even from the NFC too. I mean, I don't think there's no clear front runner either from the AFC or from the NFC.
Oh, okay.
Is what I'm getting at. Um, right now, you don't have that dominant team. So it's kind of equal. Um, I'd say the Rams probably. The Rams are looking pretty good from the NFC.
Right. On the NFC side, I say Rams have the best shot.
Um, so I can see the Rams making the Super Bowl, and then the AFC is wide open because let me tell you, if the Chiefs defense is pretty good. If they can get that offensive going, um, Kareem Hunt had 100 yards rushing again today
Mm-hmm.
against a good Colts defense. So I mean, the AFC, you got the Chiefs, you got the Colts. Um, I'm still not completely sold on the Broncos because their
I'm not
offense.
sold on New England. I think they're just hyped too.
Yeah. So you got New England and the Broncos. All that Bronco fan base is like, oh yeah, yeah, this is how we're playing. We did this in 2015 and we won the Super Bowl. And yeah, but there was no Patrick Mahomes in 2015 either,
Right.
and Andy Reid. Um, I don't see the Ravens are probably going to get in. I don't see the Ravens going anywhere. Um, we'll just see what happens. The Chiefs got to win the next two games, and then they'll be back in their division to play. They got to play the Broncos one more time. They got to play the Chargers, and I think the Raiders. So,
Mm,
but that'll round. There's what 6 games left? 11.
yeah,
Yeah,
6 games left.
6 games left. So this is the roundup of their.
And I think we're all out of bye weeks. I don't think nobody got no more bye weeks.
No. All right. So we play your boys Thursday
Yep, Thursday.
on the
4 o'clock
7th.
game.
On the 7th, Texans come to Arrowhead. On the 14th, Chargers come to Arrowhead. We'll beat the Chargers this time. On the 21st, we go to the Tennessee Titans. That's a win. On the 25th, the Broncos come to Arrowhead. We'll win that game. And then we finish out at the Raiders. Um, there's no date on that yet because that's going to be a January game. So that's
Uh-huh.
probably going to be, it could be a Saturday game.
Saturday game.
Yeah. So they don't have no date on that. So if the Chiefs can get, I'm gonna say this: if the Chiefs can win the next two games, come out with wins with the next two games,
Mm-hmm.
this is going to be. I think they'll win out after that. They're going to beat the Chargers. They're going to beat the Titans. They will beat the Broncos in Arrowhead. They usually split the Broncos every year, no matter what. They split some. I mean, Broncos always play them tough. And here's what you got to look at: the Broncos is already probably going to be setting some of their players. That's week 16,
Yep.
so they're already locked in. So, let's see what the Broncos schedule looks like, and then we'll end this here since we're over an hour.
Yep. A little bit over. Just a little bit. Hey, it's the birthday schedule.
That's it.
I think we went over last week too.
Well, I was trying to get their schedule. There we go. All right, here's Denver's remaining schedule. The Commanders, there's a win.
Yeah.
The Raiders, there's a win.
Win. Yeah.
They play the Packers. Packers could beat them. Packers got a good defense.
I don't
Um,
want the Packers to win that one, but
the Jags, the
uh,
Jags ain't going to beat them. Then the Chiefs and the Chargers. So they're only going to lose probably one more game. Two the most.
yeah, I was gonna say two at most. Yeah.
So, all right. Here we are at the end of this episode. And like we always do, each episode, if you're thinking about harming and hurting yourself, call the quick number 988, dial 1, or call 1-800-273-8255. That's the Veteran Crisis Line. Keep in touch with your friends, your battle buddies. See any changes of behavior, talk to them, try to get them to get some help, or go to your local VA medical center, go to the ER, tell them you need some help, you need to talk to someone, and they will get you in contact to the resources that you need.
Right, and especially watch over them now. It's the holiday season. For some
Exactly.
strange reason, even though the holidays are supposed to lift everybody's spirits, it don't always do that. More people decide to go ahead and hurt themselves during the holiday season.
Yep. So keep an
So,
eye on each other.
yes,
You got anything else, Beans?
that was it.
Well, y'all have a good night. Stay safe, and we'll see you live next Sunday,
Yep.
and hopefully do an audio this week. Hopefully.
Well, I don't know. With Thanksgiving in there, I was like kind of like saying, I don't
Yeah,
think it'll
it's gonna
get
be.
done.
Yeah, it may not. So if it does, it'll be an extra special holiday one.
Yeah, it will.
All right, y'all have a good one. Happy Thanksgiving.
All right. Enjoy y'all Thanksgiving, folks. We're out of here. As soon as I can find the button. Here we go, folks.